Hey, how's it going, YouTube? This is Drake returning back for the third episode here. Not much has changed in the world in between episodes here. I didn't do any off camera mining or exploring in the nether. Didn't get a chance to do any AFKing at the iron farm, but I do have a couple of things that I want to do in today's episode, and I'm going to take you guys along with me here to see if what we can all get accomplished. One of the things I want to do is go back into here and explore a little bit more, grab some more resources, and move closer to getting to the end game here and face the Ender Dragon. But first, what I want to do is I want to go out and do a little bit of exploring and hopefully find a ice biome, hopefully like an ice spikes or maybe a frozen plains or something like that, so that we can mine some ice. And we're going to take our brand new Silk Touch pickaxe that we obtained in the last episode here, and always seem to try to turn it rather than actually pick it up. So we're going to explore a little bit, hopefully find some ice. I'm going to take some other resources and hopefully can find some pretty interesting stuff. And yeah, I'll see what I can find here, and we'll be back and we'll start working on today's main project, which involves XP. And so I did find a skeleton grinder, or not a grinder, but I'm gonna make one. But I found a skelly spawner and want to make a grinder out of it so that we have a great source of beginning XP here, as well as they'll help me get the arrows that I need and bone blocks, which might actually want to use some of the bone blocks for recordings there. So I'm going to go out and explore here. Not 100% sure on which way I want to go quite yet. I may try to go this way and see what we can find. So I'll be back in here in a bit. Well, guys, I finally made it back to the house after that long journey to the ice spikes biome. Unfortunately, I didn't get any footage recorded for it. Something was going on with my recorder, but we did get quite a bit of the packed ice, as well as some regular ice that we can utilize later. So now what I need to do to finally get this skelly grinder up and going is I need to actually dig it out so that I can actually make the farm, and B, I would like to be able actually to see inside the farm while we're standing there getting XP and arrows and bones and everything that the skeletons drop. So I'm going to need to get some sand so that I can make some tinted glass, as well as the amethyst shard. So I'm going to go and find myself a beach around here, or maybe a desert biome or something that I can go harvest a whole bunch of sand from. And I know that there's a geode pretty close to where the skeleton farm is, so we may not get the full box made out of tinted glass, but we can at least get the farm up and running and make it functional, and then we can go back and put the tinted glass in later. That's would be a pretty fun project. And one last thing that I want to do, I want to show you guys that I'm not quite ready to get it, but I would like to try to at least get some of the arrows and everything so that we can actually take this on. But right over here, I don't want to get too close because then it'll spawn it, but you can kind of see right over here that there is a skeleton horse, so there's a skelly trap over there. I would love to get myself a skeleton horse. I think they're actually kind of cool. So I'm going to try to take that on here in a little bit, but I want to get some arrows before I actually walk into the trap so that I can try to kill the skeleton riders instead of the actual horses. And if I can get all 4 of them, fantastic. I don't think with my skill I will, but we'll see what happens. So I'm going to be back here in a little bit. I'm going to gather some sand, and then we'll start to actually start digging out this spawner so that we can start collecting some of the loot. Welcome back, everybody. After a long, arduous process of collecting all of the materials, the sand, and the amethyst, I do believe that I do have everything needed to get this skelly farm up and running. So what I'm gonna do now is, well, we'll actually just head over there real quick. It's just a short little walk, and that way you guys can kind of see where it's at here. So just right over here, this is the village that's right next to my house that I'm gonna utilize to get all my villager needs and transport them to where I need them. But what I decided a little while ago was wanted to do a little bit of mining. I did some strip mining hoping that I would find a cave, and didn't quite find what I needed. But I've dug down this 4x4. One of the amethyst geodes, not the amethyst, but the geodes that I needed is right over here. Just right there. As you can see, I got a little bit of, oh, what are they called? The clusters ready to go. But right down here, you can see I kind of started a little branch mine. And as I was digging, I actually heard some skeletons spawning, so I did a little bit of investigation. And right here, we did find a spawner, which I've already kind of gone through, deactivated it here so that I can make a farm out of it. And I actually did find another one that I can show you, but it's just a little too far out of the rendered distance. Otherwise I would have a 2 skeleton spawner right over here. Wish I could have gotten a double spawner, but didn't quite work out the way I was kind of hoping when I found it. But I mean, one will be fine for now. Maybe we'll find another one if we want to make another one, or if this one's not producing enough, we can always look out and find some more here. But what I'm going to do now is I'm going to start digging this out. I'm going to record using my replay mod so I can try to see if I can get a time lapse going here. I don't know if it's going to be just digging it out, or if we're going to do the digging out and the building of it, or just a time lapse of building the actual farm. So, but we'll see what happens. And yeah, I got a lot of digging to do. As you can see, I got my picks all ready to go. I'm hoping that 3 iron picks is going to be enough. And yeah, let's roll that time lapse. Well, everyone, welcome back. As you can see from that time lapse, I did get the skelly farm up and running. I mean, we still have a little bit of work to do to get it fully up and running. There was a couple of little mistakes that I had made during the installation process here. Like right here, they kind of get caught up on some tinted glass if they spawn over here, and sometimes it makes it a little hard for them to get through. But overall, it's working really, really well. As you can see, I've done a little bit of AFKing here, and didn't want to put my shovel in there. And got a little bit of stockpile of some arrows and some bones here, as well as a bunch of these broken down bows. We're going to use these for the next farm that I want to build, which is going to be a wool farm, because eventually I do want to take on an ancient city and get the swift sneak and all the good loot that they have in the ancient city as soon as I can find one. But overall, I'm pretty happy with it. I mean, it produces the XP and the arrows and everything that we want, that I need to continue here, but there is one little thing that I gotta do just to completely finish it off, and sitting here trying to remember what I have it bound to, but we can go through and check it right here. Is it mini? Yeah, it's mini HUD. So I want to go into the render light levels. Okay, so the shape render is a backslash. So what I've done is I got it set up here so that I can take a look at all the stuff that I need to light up. As you can see, this little like blue box here is a 128 block render from basically right where the spawner is at. So all of these dark caves and everything we need to get lit up, which we can continue to chip away at over time. But once we get all of it lit up and everything, then the rates for this farm will go up quite significantly. As you can see, I got a little pocket right here that I need to get lit up, as well as this big huge cave system over here. Ooh, diamonds. Well, looks like we'll find some diamonds as we're lighting up some caves. Got a couple more amethyst geodes and everything. And I did think, oh, yep, I did. So as I was taking a look around to see kind of what all I need to get lit up and everything, I did find this abandoned mine shaft right here, and right over, is it over here? Or is it down more? It was right around here somewhere, because there's that one. I did find a double right there. There it is. No, maybe? No. There's another little dungeon. Let's see what. This is another skeleton dungeon. Maybe that's what I was looking at, but I could have swore it was a double. There it is. So right here, as you can see, we have a cave spider spawner as well as another cave spider spawner right next to each other. And it's within our 128 block that we have to get lit up and everything. So we potentially could make another farm. Unfortunately, I do believe that this one is just outside of, yeah. think it's just right outside of the distance for these two right here. And another little spawner. So we'll continue to light up these caves over time so we can try to improve the rates and everything. And I'm going to continue to use this to chip away to get to continue to get XP and everything. And like I said, I did a little bit of AFKing here so I can get this all kind of organized and everything, which will help us for our next thing if it's still there. There was that skelly trap that I showed not too long ago. I'd like to take that on to see if we can get ourselves a skeleton horse. So, but since we got to level 30, kind of showed it off a little bit, I'm gonna go gear up to see if we can take on this skeleton horse trap, and hope and pray that we don't kill any of the horses, just the riders, and then we'll have our own little horse here. And I really like the skeleton horses, so hopefully we can actually get some of them. And well, we're already halfway there, so we'll just go and grab it. As you can see, I did enchant my bow in between the building up that grinder and everything. I got enough levels to do so. And I mean, it's just a power 4 bow, which I think will be sufficient enough to take on this trap here. I'm gonna try to see if I can just take the high ground to get it, but we will see. How much durability is left on my shield? 15. They're gonna have power 2 bows, so it might be a little. Okay. As you can see, I moved the frogs inside here. I think it was these ones. Did a little peek on checking, and there we go. So protection 4. We're starting to get geared up here, which I really do like. So we'll grab these pants. Hopefully we'll get something in addition to this protection 4. Nope, didn't get lucky on it, man. But still, protection 4 pair of pants, not terrible. As you can see, we're starting to get a little stockpile going here. But let's see. What we'll do is we'll take a nap first, and then we'll go take on the skelly trap. Let's eat some food. Should probably solve my food problems because I'm down to 9 cooked cod. Come on. Is it not time yet? Almost. Come on, we can do it. There we go. So what I'm going to try to do for this trap here, I want to use primarily the bow, because I think it'll be the easiest way to do it. And we're going to turn on hitboxes so that we can actually try to not hit the horses. I think I gotta be like almost completely on top of it to get it to actually spawn. hoping that... Oh, man. I'm hoping that it didn't despawn on me. I don't know if the skelly... if those traps can despawn. But I guess we shall see once we get over here. So it didn't. But what to do here? What to do here? I guess let's go full force on it. 'Cause I don't think if I go up on top of them, I'll be able to spawn it. I think you have to be within like 4 blocks of them. I guess I could do it from right here. Oh, come on. And I don't have a pick. Oh. Alrighty, I guess. I wonder if he's left over from the last trap that I had, but it's interesting that it made it all the way over here. I guess it's a good thing I have some what is it called? A saddle. Yeah, that's the word that I'm looking for. But like I said, it's super interesting that, because I didn't think they could make it as far as what he did. I really need to organize this stuff. There we go. I got a saddle right there. So let's go see if we can take this horse. Because the last skelly trap that I had, basically it spawned like right here. And I was not expecting it, and I did die a couple of times from it. But out that there's a time limit for you to spawn it, but you would imagine that it would despawn after not being triggered. So that's, I guess, yay for me. No fight. No risk of dying. But I was hoping that I could take something on today. So let's see. Now watch, now that I'm on the bottom side, it's gonna be like, oh nope, I screwed up, man. And we're actually supposed to spawn this. That'd be my luck. Let's see. Ow. There we go. Hey, my first skeleton horse, and I didn't even have to fight for it. That makes me happy. Yeah, I need to fix that too. So let's bring him home. And then I guess, since we don't have to have a fight here, let's do something else. Let me, just real quick here, let me grab a lead, which I have in here. We'll basically just tie him up where we had the frogs previously. So you're gonna come with me, my friend, right over here. And tie you up right there. Cool. Alright, well, I guess let's move on to something else. And I think what we should do, just real quick, is get on top of the nether roof. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to collect all the stuff that I need to get on top of the nether roof, and we'll walk through on how to do that, and yeah, we'll see you here in just a little bit. Alright guys, I'm on top of the nether roof here, and I've actually picked out which block I need, which is going to be right here. And we're going to try to get onto the nether roof. This is actually my second attempt here. Hopefully we can do it with 2 ender pearls. Eat something real quick, make sure we have full saturation. And probably should do this as well. I think this is what my problem was. Can I do this? Yes. Okay, so I'm right here. We're gonna hit forward. We're gonna aim for right in between these 2 pixels, and done. We are on top of the nether roof, which is super fantastic. And now we can build a portal up here, and we can have 2 separate portals, one to get into the actual nether and one to go on top of the roof. And I'm hoping that with, well, I normally do this, I make most of my nether farms up here on top of the roof, like the gold farm. So getting on top of the roof this early is really going to help me out. So I'm going to build the portal and go back home, and we'll see what we're going to do next. Alright everyone, so did a lot in this episode. I think we got the skelly farm going, we got an ice spikes biome found. I think it's either in this direction or that direction. I'm gonna have to confirm with it. We got on top of the nether roof. I tried to do some portal technology, and it's not seeming like it wants to work exactly. Every time I go through, I guess I'll just eat real quick. Every time I go through that portal, it brings me to the underneath the nether, and I did the coordinates of what I built on top of the nether roof, and found out that says it should be right over in behind this hill over here, but even when I go through it, it still takes me back to the same spot that this one does. So I'm gonna have to look into some portal technology in between episodes here. But just wanted to say thank you for watching, and if there's anything that you think I can do to improve upon, or do anything that you would like to see, please let me know. And again, I do apologize for the long delay in the episodes here. And I'm sure some of you guys have seen when I go into free cam mode and everything that ooh, this is like super weird. That my skin's changed up a little bit, and wanted to show it off to you fully here. And I think this is what we're going to go with for quite a while here. So yeah, if you have enjoyed this episode, please definitely give me a like, comment, something, and if you really did enjoy it, share it with a friend, and we'll see you in the next episode.